Let's talk a little politics here. The Texas Senate could soon debate and vote on a bill that would give $8.5 billion in new money to public schools. Now, this is playing out just one day after leaders reached a deal on a funding package. Eye on Politics reporter Jack Fink speaking with lawmakers on both sides of the aisle about what this means for students and for teachers.
I believe it'll pass overwhelmingly.
Republican State Senator and Education Committee Chairman Brandon Creighton says the increase of $8.5 billion for Texas public schools is $500 million more than the deal struck 1 week ago. He says House and Senate negotiators kept talking.
The Senate has been very focused on restructuring the old archaic ways that we deploy dollars to our public schools because our outcomes have just not been meeting expectations.
So this was a backroom deal that wasn't done in the House chamber or the Senate chamber.
Democratic State Representative James Tallarico says under the deal, schools will see their basic allotment or per student funding increase by just $55, which he says is much lower than what the increase should be.
We need at least a $1,300 increase to the basic allotment just to catch our schools up to 2019 funding levels.
But Senator Creighton says the basic allotment is a starting point and that the legislature is giving schools more money for school safety, special education, teacher preparation, and pay raises for teachers with more than 3 years' experience, which amounts to $4.2 billion. Representative Tallarico says that's not enough.
What I'm saying is we have a $24 billion budget surplus in this state, and so we should be using that money to give pay raises to all teachers, especially teachers who are under 5 years, because that's where we're seeing the most turnover.
Creighton says under the deal, pay raises for teachers and staff will be permanent.
If we would have only increased the basic allotment, that would have given a raise that would have stayed the same over time, but it would not have had in growing provisions and that budget refilling that teacher pay allotment cup at a higher amount each and every session.
After the Senate votes to approve the bill, it will head to the House, where lawmakers will have to decide whether to accept changes made by the Senate. Jack Fink, CBS News, Texas.